Hello students, welcome back to day 74 of 99% in 99 days. So today we are going to solve sample paper 6 and in this we will be solving the chemistry solutions. Okay, so let us see the questions first. So pattern, I think all of you might be very familiar by now. So we have 7 questions from 1 marker, 2 marker 1 question, 3 marker 2 question, 5 marker 1 question and 4 marker 1 question. Okay, you will be getting all questions in these questions. Okay, now seeing the first question, the yellow color of a turmeric changes to red on addition of soap solution. Okay, so you see, if you have turmeric, okay, in base it will change to red and in acid it remains yellow. Okay, that is the concept. Now when substance P, so this is your substance P, okay, sorry, okay, one second. When substance P, okay, is added to turmeric, there is no change in color. Now which of the following is definitely true about the substance P? Now here you see, very tricky question. See, P can be an acid, then there won't be any change. But if you add any neutral substance also, there can be no color change. There can be, if you just add water, in that case also there will be no color change. But what is true about P is, it is definitely not a base. If it is a base, then it would immediately change to red, but that is not happening. So what is true about P here? P is not a base, that is option number C. Okay. So P can be an acid, it can be a neutral substance. We cannot say anything confirm, but we can say something which is 100% confirmed is P is not a base. Similarly, now going to question number 2. During the electrolytic refining of copper, what happens at the anode? So at anode, oxidation takes place, copper will lose electron. Neutral copper will lose electrons to become iron. So that is option number D. Next, identify the endothermic reactions among the following. So here you are providing sunlight, so it is endothermic, and here it is decomposition, that is also thermal endothermic. So P and S, that is your option number D. Next, Ashok has written the following reactions to show how metals can be obtained from their ores. Identify the incorrect reaction among them. So you know, sodium we cannot abstract using carbon because sodium metals have very high affinity towards oxygen. So that is why Q is wrong. So option number B. Next, we have the following reactions are carried out in open vessels. So which of the following correctly shows if the weight of the reaction vessel and content increases, decreases or remains the same after the reaction as compared before the reaction? Okay, so we have one second. Okay, the first one. So copper plus O2 gives you copper oxide. So if you see here, total mass is conserved. You have 2 copper, you have 2 copper, you have 2 oxygen, here also 2 oxygen. So it will remain same, right? So first, okay, which of the, okay, so reaction P, okay, reaction P we have these options, reaction Q is like this, reaction, okay, for reaction P what will happen? A decreases, no. For reaction P it will remain same. So I can say option number B is the, can be the answer. Okay, one more second. Okay, one more second. Here we have to think something. Oxygen is in gaseous state, right? But here the oxygen is in the solid state, right? So definitely when solid is formed, its mass is more. So here in P reaction, the mass will increase. So we can have C or D. Now if you see the second one, there is, all are in the solid and aqueous state, there is just exchange of ions, so it will remain in the same mass, so that is remain same. So I can say correct answer is option number D. And here what is happening? Here it will decrease because you can see some of the gaseous products are formed and they will evaporate. Okay, so that is where D. Next, question number 6, a solution of a base with pH 12.1 is given. Which of the following can be done to decrease its pH? Okay, you have to decrease, means you have to go towards the acidic state. Okay, add distilled water to it. Okay, add a solution of a different base with pH 8.7, Add few drops of an acid with an unknown pH. Yes, I think all of them as given in the answer are correct. See, if you add distilled water, it will become dilute, so definitely the pH will go lower. Okay, so that is why P is correct. Add a solution of a different base with pH 8.7, so that will again dilute it, so again the pH will decrease. Now if you add some acid, there will be some neutralization, base concentration will decrease, pH will also be decreased, so that is you can do all the three, that means any of the three is correct. Next, 1 mole of which of the following compounds require 2 moles of hydrogen to form a saturated compound by catalytic hydrogen. So you can see here you require only 1 mole, because here we have, okay, here also we need 2 mole, here we need more moles. So I can see, here I will require 2 here and 1 here, so it is total 3 moles. Here I will require 2, and here there I will require 1, and here I will require 2. So I will require, suppose this is P and S, that is P and S, option number C. Okay. Now coming to assertion reason question. A whitewashed wall develops a coating of calcium carbonate after a few days. Okay. The calcium oxide on the wall reacts slowly with carbon dioxide in the air. Okay. Calcium oxide on the wall reacts slowly with carbon dioxide in the air. A whitewashed wall develops a coating of calcium carbonate after a few days. Yes, both the assertion and reason is correct here. Okay, this answer is wrong. Option number A is the correct answer. Okay. Next we'll go to 2 marker questions. Diana prepared a cake by 2 methods. She added baking soda to the cake mixture and let the mixture stand for 1 hour before placing it in the oven to bake. Second method, what did she added baking powder to the cake mixture and let the mixture stand for 1 hour before placing it in the oven to bake. State the difference in the cake mixtures that Diana is likely to have absorbed before baking. Explain why. Okay. So before baking we can find some fluffiness in the second method. Why? We have taken baking powder, right? Baking powder has your baking soda and tartaric acid. So carbon dioxide, when the bicarbonate, that is your tartaric acid, one acid, and your carbonate, that is baking soda, when these two will react, carbon dioxide gas will form, right? And that gas will be trapped in this, so there will be some fluffiness. Here there won't be any fluffiness. Next, compare the stability of neutral sodium atom and a positive sodium atom. Justify your answer. Obviously positive sodium atom is more stable, because once it releases 1 electron, it has 8 electrons in the valence shell, right? So that you can see. Diana is likely to see that the cake mixture 2 has risen while the cake mixture 1 has not. Okay, you have to just write down, this will give you 1 mark. Now for what is the reason? The sodium carbonate and tartaric acid in baking powder reacts on mixing with one another, producing carbon dioxide that causes the cake mixture to rise. Okay, and baking soda does not contain tartaric acid and hence does not produce any carbon dioxide. Okay, so you can write. Okay, next we have our question. The positive sodium metal is more stable than the neutral atom. That is the first 1 mark, because it has a complete octet. Okay, these are the keywords. Now coming to 3 marker question. Observe the 2 chemical equations given below. Okay, explain how a balanced equation can be identified. So to identify a balanced equation, what we need, the number of atoms on both the sides should be equal. That is the criteria. Now which of the 2 equations is or are not balanced? Balance the equation by rewriting. So here I can see that the first reaction is not balanced, but the second reaction is already balanced. So you have to balance the first reaction. So now if you see the answer, the number of atoms on each element should be same on the reactant side and the product side. That is the first part. Next, which one is not balanced? As I told you, the first part, and then you have to balance it. So calcium hydroxide twice, and you have to take 2 HNO3 here and then 2 water, so that will balance the reaction. Okay. Next, coming to question number 28. The thermite process is used for repairing cracks in the railway track on site. Write the equation for the reaction taking place in the process, mentioning the physical state of the reactants and products. So thermite process is what? with aluminium we do. Okay, so you have to write that particular reaction. What information is the chemical equation indicates that the reaction is exothermic. So if heat is produced, it is exothermic. Okay, so if you write this reaction, you can see aluminium plus Fe2O3 will give you 2Fe plus Al2O3. Now how is the marking scheme here? 0.5 marks each for writing the correct formula and physical state of the reactants and the products. Okay, so if you write correctly, you will get 0.5 mark, 0.5 mark, 0.5 mark and 0.5 marks, so you will get 2 marks correctly. Okay. Next, the iron formed in the molten liquid state due to the heat generated in the reaction. Okay, that is how we can say it is exothermic. Now here something you should be knowing, that balancing of equation is not required. No marks to be awarded if the state or formula of the reactant is incorrect. Okay, so you have to write the balancing is not important, but the state and the formula of the compound should be correct. Now moving to 5 marker question here. Prashad has a saturated alcohol X of chemical formula C4H9OH. Write the chemical formula of a member Y that comes 2 places after X in the homologous series and state by how much will its molecular mass differ from that of X. So if X is C4H9, okay, so I can just write down C4H10O, right? I just added this H. 2 places after means what? After one place you have to what? Add one CH2 group, so that will become C5H12O, and then add another one CH2 group, that will become C6H14O. Okay, so how many times the molecular mass will increase? 14 plus 14, 28U. Okay, now how do the chemical properties of X compare with those of Y? Give reason for your answer. Because they have same functional group, the chemical properties will be similar. Write the chemical formula of the product Z formed by heating Y. So this is your Y, right? Formed by heating Y with acidic potassium dichromate. Okay, write the general formula for the compound in the homologous series that Z belongs to. Okay, so here if this is an alcohol, right, we know if this is an alcohol and if you heat it with acidified potassium chromate, what will it will become? It will become acid. So I can write like this, C5 H13O2. Okay, just let me check it once. So we have 5 carbons. Okay, 6 carbons, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 hydrogen. Okay, and 2 oxygen. Right, so what will be the general formula here? So you have to write CnH2n minus 2 O2. Okay, so you can see here, we'll see the answer here. Okay. Okay, fine. What we have? First is C6H13OH. So molecular mass is, no, we don't have to calculate the molecular mass, you have to just guess, right? So Y is your C6H13OH. Next, what is there? The chemical properties will be similar because they have the same functional group. And next, what is the chemical formula of Z? It is C5H11COOH, or you can write CnH2n plus 1 COOH. Okay, that's all I think in this. Yes. Okay, so that will be the formula of the acidic group. Now here was an OR question. An unsaturated hydrocarbon P has the chemical formula of C4H6. Write 2 possible formula for hydrocarbon P. Now C4H6, it is 4n minus 2, means it is an alkyl group. Okay, so you have to write 2 isomers of this one. Write the reaction conditions to convert 1 butanol to hydrocarbon P. Okay, what is the, okay, we have to convert it into alkene group, so we have to do dehydration here. Write the general formula for the homologous series of hydrocarbon P, so that is your alkene group, so you can write down the general formula CnH2n. Okay, so let us see quickly the answer. So the first one is, you can have a triple bond here, and you can have a triple bond in the middle. Okay, you have to write only 2 isomers. Next, if you just heat it with concentrated sulfuric acid, you will get this alkyne, right? So what will be the reaction here? It is like what was the question? CH3, CH2, CH2, 1 2 3 4. Okay, CH2 plus heat. If I do, here bond will come, double bond, so I will get right, this one will form. Now what is the general formula? You have here CnH2n minus 2 alkene, CnH2n will be the general formula because we are getting alkene, right? Yes, that's all. Next, coming to 4 marker question. So here pure gold is very soft and therefore not suitable for making jewelry. To make it hard, gold is alloyed with other metals. The purity of gold is measured in carats according to the table below. Carat number is the number of parts of gold in 24 parts. Okay, so this is table is given. Now what is the percentage of gold in 18 carat gold? So if you see in 18 carat gold percentage, okay, so out of 24 we have 18% is gold, right? So that means 18 divided by 24 into 100, that will be the percentage of gold. Next, name any 2 metals that are used to make 22 carat gold. So you can use like what other metals that is mixed with this one to make it 22 carat gold. Like gold, pure iron is also comparatively soft and also undergoes rusting. Name the substance that is mixed with iron to make it hard and to change it to stainless steel to prevent rusting. Okay, so this is very interesting question. So first of all, what all metals you can mix? Silver and copper. Okay, how to calculate the percentage? I told you 18 by 24 into 100. Okay, so 3 6 are 18, 3 8 are 24, then you can 2 3s are 2 4s are 4 25s are, and you will get 75%. Next, what is mixed with iron? Carbon. And what is used to make it steel? That is nickel and chromium. Now what type of mixture is an alloy? Mixture of metals is called as alloy. Now how does electrical conductivity of an alloy compare with that of the pure metal? So first of all, it is a homogeneous mixture and the electrical conductivity is less than that of the pure metal. Okay, because you have mixed here many metals, so conductivity decreases. Okay, so that's all in this class, students, and if you have any doubt in any particular question, you can comment down. I'll definitely address it. And do not forget to subscribe this channel because we will be coming up with many more sample papers.